Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are in this world. I hope you are well. My name is Madara, and I am based in the Czech Republic, Prague. I work in a Montessori school with children ages 6 to 12, and at the same time, I'm exploring the therapy world. I am currently on a training with Dr. Gabor Mate and Sadaram Kaur called the Compassionate Inquiry. If you want to check it out, please do. Now, this August marks my 10 years in the Czech Republic. So in 2026, now 10 years ago, in 2016, I moved to Prague from Riga, Latvia, which is my homeland. I still remember it as it was yesterday. I sat in my room in Riga on my suitcase, trying to zip it up. And I was crying because I was thinking, oh, what am I doing? I have a life here, I have a job, I have my friends, I had a pleasant place to live in, and I'm throwing it all away for unknown. Anyways, because back then I already had a job here in the Czech Republic, I knew that I'm not going to something completely unknown. At least I have a job and I will be able to take care of myself financially. And so if something happens, if it doesn't work out, I can pack my bags again and go back to Latvia. And so with this thought, I left. And it's been 10 years living here. And last week, we went for a hike. It was 4 of us. It was I, my partner, my friend, and her partner. And my partner, the same as me, has been here for 10 years. My friend has been here for around 7 years, and her partner has been here for around 15 years. So as we were sitting and having drinks, I asked them, do you feel like home here in the Czech Republic, in Prague? And both of them said, yeah, we do. Both of them said, yes, I do. I feel this is my home. And I have to admit, I never felt like home here, not even today. At the same time, when I go and visit Latvia, I do not feel home there either. So, and then people often ask me, so have you been somewhere where you feel like home? And it's hard to answer this question because going somewhere for a vacation or for Erasmus or for a project is really not the same as living in the country. So I can't answer that question if I have felt somewhere else as home, because also I have been to some countries, I have traveled, but I haven't really been to that many countries in the world to say if I felt or didn't feel like home somewhere else. So, and anyways, back to the fact that I moved here 10 years ago. And back then I also thought, okay, great, I'm moving. It's gonna be new place, new chapter in my life, new me. That was a silly thing to think, because wherever we go, we take ourselves with us. And therefore we cannot run away from ourselves. Whatever problems or challenges I had in Riga, Latvia, I brought them with me to Prague, the Czech Republic. Now, I have a little notebook here, just that you know, to make sure that I cover all the points I would like to cover in this video. So I'm just gonna take a little look. So, when I grew up, we didn't own a property. So within my childhood years, I would move 2 times. So I would live in total, I would live in 3 different flats, but none of them were ours. And it was within the same village. So I didn't really move far, right? So anyways, you might think that because I didn't have we didn't have our family homes, then I would long for it as an adult, and I would maybe think the same, but it never felt like that for me. I can't remember time when I would feel, wow, it's time, I really want to settle down and I want something that I would call my home. And I don't know why, because usually, or maybe I have a guess actually why, because we love our comfort zone, and we will do anything to protect our comfort zone. And this comfort zone can be negative, abusive, challenging, and still we will hold on to this comfort zone rather than trying something else, because our mind likes the same. It likes the things it knows, and it likes the things to be the same, and it doesn't want to explore beyond. It is scared of what it doesn't know, and therefore, we hold on to things, we hold on to relationships, we hold on to job, to place, just because it's our comfort zone, even though we're maybe not happy there. And I thought maybe because in my childhood I didn't have this feeling of stability and security, maybe I'm unconsciously recreating my childhood's comfort zone today. Well, I don't know if it's true. I didn't really have time to explore this thought any further, and maybe that's something for another video, but it is a possibility. Another thought that came into my mind regarding this topic and why I do not feel that I would need a physical home is because perhaps because of my temperament, because of my character, for me, a physical place, a stable physical place is less important than an inner, stable, safe place. So basically what I'm saying is that inside of me, for all these years, I have not really felt stable. And I believe that no property would give that to me, because I already tried once. I thought, oh, okay, I'm gonna move countries, everything's gonna be better there, it's gonna be new me, new life, new page. But it didn't work. It didn't work that way. So for as long as I will have this feeling of instability, unsafety within me, no physical property will satisfy, or change that. So that was my other thought. And so I want to explore it a little. So a while ago, I gave a presentation to a bunch of colleagues about beliefs, about limiting beliefs. And I compared ourselves. So you can also imagine now, if you close your eyes or don't close your eyes, just imagine if you were a house. If you were a house, what kind of a house would you be? Would you be a big house? Would you be a small house? Would you have more floors? Would you have one floor? Would you be a new house or an old house? Would you be a brick house or a wooden house? Would you have a balcony or two or no balconies? Would you have a garden around? Would you have a garage? Would you, all the things. Just take a moment and think, what kind of a house would you be? You can pause the video if you want, because I'm gonna continue just in a second. So as you imagine yourself as a house, so that's what you think of yourself basically. Did you think about yourself as this cool, awesome 3-story building with a terrace, with a porch, with balconies, with lots of plants, and it's green and there are flowers and the roof is new and the sky is blue and the sun is shining on this house? Or did you imagine a house, an older house, maybe more shadows, more shade there? Maybe you didn't see bright colors. It's worth reflecting what kind of a house you imagine yourself to be. Anyways, now I understood that what I have been doing since I moved to the Czech Republic, I have been tearing that house down all the way to the base, and I've been working on fixing the base of my house. And that is what I was saying, that no physical location, no physical property can substitute for what kind of a base I have within. Is it stable or is it unstable? Is it old? Is it new? You know? So that's what I have been doing since I moved to the Czech Republic 10 years ago. So first I tore down the house, and I've been working on my base. And how? Well, of course, being in the Montessori classroom and with the Montessori people have helped a lot. We discuss lots of things around children, but you know, we grow together with children, because children, those who are either working with children or who are parents, and especially those who are parents, because you have to spend time with your children almost 24/7, you know how challenging it can be and how much you have to overcome yourself and how much it changes you, you know, being a parent, being together with the child. And the same happens, even though as teachers, we're not together with the child 24/7. You know, we are working with a group of children, with different types of children coming from different families. It is as challenging, it can be as challenging, and it just pushes us to change. And also, I've been doing lots of therapy work for years now. When I first moved to the Czech Republic, it started with some self-educational books and podcasts, and then slowly I found courses, and I found private therapists, and I've been working on myself since. So, and also, the interesting thing is that Prague and the Czech Republic is a wonderful place to get to what I am describing, you know, because Prague and the Czech Republic will not welcome you with open arms. It's not gonna say, oh, hello, Madara, we waited for you, come, we'll take care of you. When I moved to the Czech Republic, to Prague, I feel that what the country was telling me was like, why did you come? Like, what do you want here? What do you want from us? You know, I would say overall, even though I have amazing Czech friends and amazing Czech colleagues, overall, generally speaking, you know, Prague is of course also a different place, very international, lots of things happening. But overall, Czechs are pretty closed people. I think Latvians are the same, at least for the first period of time. Also, the language was new, and now I see it is better and better, but it's not like in, for example, when you go to Norway, where every single person speaks English the same level as they speak Norwegian. Here, it is not like that, you know, the level of English is lower, so when you do not know the local language, they are, you know, they're not willing to communicate, they're not willing to be that open with you. And and all different other things, you know, just how the culture is and how the history of the country is, it piles up things, and this place is created where they're not really that open to receive expats like me. And what happens as a result, instead of going out there, you know, and humans and other people celebrating you and welcoming you, you're kind of pushed back, and you're kind of pushed back within, and you have to face what's going on within. And that's what I had to do. I was absolutely shocked. And I remember when I moved here to the Czech Republic, I also, like, the original reason why I moved to the Czech Republic was because the year in 2014 I was on Erasmus in Spain, and I met there a Czech guy, and we dated. We had a long distance relationship, and when I finished my bachelor in education in Riga, it was time to either move to the Czech Republic because there are more options here and more opportunities, or we would have to finish our relationship. So I decided to move, and that was the original actually reason why I moved to the Czech Republic. And when I came, I thought, okay, new me, new life, and I will have this amazing partner who will, help me to integrate, who will be my friend, he will be my partner. And when I moved, he was like, I don't want to take care of you. That was not the deal, I don't want to be your translator. I don't want to be... So basically, he didn't give me what I expected, back then. And of course, when I look back, I also understand my expectations were not fair towards him. So that's another topic. But the point is that I felt that, I felt like I was slapped in my face by him, by the country. I felt, oh, they actually don't want me here. So all that made me start reading those self-help books, and I started watching different YouTube channels, and then slowly I went into therapy with groups and individual sessions. Now, I think to sum up all this is that my home, so the question, where is my home? And the fact that I don't feel like home in the Czech Republic, nor I feel like home in Latvia, which is actually my homeland, is because I have never really found home within, like, who am I? What are my life goals? Where am I going? I'm still discovering, and I'm still getting rid of all the beliefs, all the masks that I have acquired along the way, in order to belong, in order to feel seen, in order to be maybe the same as others, and therefore be accepted, because we all want to be accepted in one way or another way. And now it's that time of my life that I feel that the base of me is coming, it's coming about, it's shaping finally. I feel it's becoming stronger and stronger, and because I am finally choosing, for example, I'm finally choosing authenticity over attachment. And that's another video that you can find on my YouTube channel, attachment versus authenticity, and I really advise you to watch it if you haven't. That's a very interesting topic, and I've been choosing lately authenticity over attachment, and which I'm very proud of. Even this YouTube channel is a sign of how much confidence I have gained, and I'm okay to make mistakes, sit here in front of you and say something silly. That's okay. I'm gonna, if I do say something silly or wrong in your opinion, then please leave me a comment or write me a personal message, and I can just record another video, and explore that thing further. No big deal, And yeah, so maybe one day soon I can start already working on building my house, the one that I imagined when we did our exercise, when we did the exercise during this video, imagining what kind of a house we would be. And even though we work on our base to become stable, grounded, confident, and then maybe with time we start building the walls, and we put in windows, and we put in doors, and we furnish the house, and we create a garden around, we plant trees. It doesn't mean that that's forever. No, we can anytime anytime we can change something in our house. We can tear the walls down again and build new walls, or change color of the house, or change flowers that have been growing in our garden for maybe 5 years, and that's already your comfort zone. Maybe you want to take them out and put in new flowers and plant new flowers. So it's still an ongoing process of building the inner house, building the inner stability and confidence and feeling of security. So I hope I shared something of value. Maybe something caught your attention and you now have something to think about. Please contact me directly or leave me a message here in the comment section, and share this video if you find it interesting and valuable, and see you in the next one. Thank you so much.